Mahila. Now, if I say that I found this today, that I found this, I researched it, I sought it out by the Lord Jesus Christ and my personal gods, and that I threw up in bed just a little bit because I'm having trouble shatting, so it's starting to come out the other way. Sorry for being gross. And my parents, my mom said that she washed the blanket, so it's about ready, and that would be I'm back in with my parents. See, I try not to lie, especially on YouTube's and everything that comes out. Sometimes it's flooded. It's a flooded mess of words, and it'll sound like I'm, you know, BHB or even BA or even Mitch or one of the Canan brothers, Ryan, Cody, one of them. So, um, you have to remember that that is who I am. I'm one of these people that is fighting multitudes. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We're going to keep it short with this one. Just going to show the information exactly as it is. So let's take a look here. Kay Harris raised her grave concerns about mistreatment of Haitians by Border Patrol on horses. The National Police said more than 10 bullets were fired Wednesday at the car of Serhiy Sheffer, first assistant to President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. Asteroid 2021 NY1 passed by Earth on first day of fall. Ripping at the seams, Zelenskyy lamented the UN is like a retired superhero who's long forgotten how great they once were. Jerry Messing from Freaks and Geeks says he can't walk or stand by himself after COVID-19. Melvin Van Peebles, C. Betch, Days. And Matt No died on September Boba. Now you get Troas or Troy 5174 from this. 5174 Jewish Ordinal. 32309 English Summer. 17215 Prime. 21394 Satan. 1743 Chaldean. 86119 Square. 45759 Trigonal. So all of that is a gematria phrase. The gematria roof, yes, I understand, but I still think we can use gematria. I mean, the numbers do equal, the letters. I think that it makes sense. There's not really a roof to it unless you want to get into the, what the mind's eye of it, which I kind of did in a previous video. Sorry I haven't been making videos every single day. I've been doing many flushes trying to cover things on my end and cover these guys that are going through this with me, the brothers of the deal. This coronavirus I take seriously, in the fact that many of us are Hing and kneeing and arming all at the same time. I should say kneeling, so now 143.96, that's a 143 if CIH, now that would be Paul Begley, G, that's a Bethlehem G, 92 bio ag odd. Okay, you don't read it as that. That's just how I said it. But yeah, that's what that is there. That's extreme a god, extreme me. Okay, so that would be as the cherubs there. We got the other day. We got the Hawaiian, the junior. Okay, which was related to jumping ship, and that was a flush at the Casino California Hotel. And today we got Ed Bozart flush there at Chevrolet, and that was the senior of that. Those are the two gods that aren't counted with the 8 of the angel orders. Okay. I had to kind of go off, not necessarily a chessboard, but that I had two spaces of my own that are personal to me and have helped me through, and that is what we're counting. This is not idol worship. This is, if you want to say it, I mean, okay, say this green, say they don't have a restroom here that's operational, but you know, what if these are the idols in the high places? These are the high altars. These bathrooms, and that you're doing the sacrifices of your Shat. And Kepri looks at a lot of that, like in the not just him, but the gods that receive all this. And they know what you ate, they know how your dealings every day are, and like so then if you do extra with these sacrifices, the fat is able, or like the papers or any of that, then they read all that. These are the high altars of Babylon. Korane, the Solomon who sacrificed in the high altars and had many wives that he fell away from God with. So just as interpretation. So 143 days. Looking at this. This is without the current updated interpretation. So 23 September 2021, Rady Shmakov, 90, Russian shipbuilder, then CBGAI days of J. Henry Sandrich, born February BD AICB, 240 New Byhalia Road, Collierville, TN 38017. Now what that is, that's actually a 760. 760 would actually be the 38017 because you subtract from the 240. So this was saying that what I'm going to give you that you have completed, because with Solomon you will be as the beloved, and Solomon will be as the saints about, and all of those are Roman strongman competition where they get a ring, and then they're Roman emperor for many years as a vice president and president, and then that counts for 1,000. That each one would have to do that for 1,000. Now, that's what drink of the water of life freely actually means, and that each person would have to have a spear or something that would be like Peter the Roman, okay, and that would have to go on, and you don't count the years in between or the years it takes to get to it. It's just you count them ruling, and they would rule like 25 years each, and that would go on for 1,000 years, but really it would be more than 1,000. So God was like, I'll give you 240. I'll give you 240 and give it to the other guys that will do this, and it'll be 240, and that'll be drink of the water of life freely to start it. You and Solomon will start it because you're like Trappy. You're like Trappy. You just got out. You didn't have to put on. So then that so I'm waiting to see what Paul Begley says tonight. Okay. So, let's see. Hawaii Junior California Hotel was Paul Quilla's at Dave Weeks died. He did die, and that's what that was, Paul Quilla's. He passed away, and then he was brought back to life on Wikipedia. So I caught it, and I don't know if anyone else did, but that's what that was. So you get a 5743.5 reverse square down to 2003 Jewish ordinal. Hemis, Brushwood, 2003, 115044012.59 10 34 23 equals those times the 2003. Okay. So, this is what we have. If we have a Bethlehem G, then that would actually be a G-FO. That would actually be a 760, and we would have all that. So then All that would have to be done is the rest of the 20 years of the 40 years that we're in right now of the wilderness since 2001, which was Osama, became Obama, and all that is the rod of Isaiah 11. That's what we're in right now. That's why I'm drawn to Isaiah 11, because a part of me knows that instinctively that's where we are, and that's our place in history. So yes, the one church here reads as a Bethlehem Ephrata with JWW and Ben V. All that is accounted for. I don't know how to feel about it because I don't remember the stuff, but there seems to be symbolism all throughout the day. Even the 91 is symbolism of that. So, all right, this is what we have. So thank you. And yeah, if I sound like somebody else, that's just, think what you want, But so they're setting me up. They have Obama as the abomination of desolation. Then they have me as the man of perdition. Those are the April 5th, 2011. That's what that is actually. If so I'm telling you everything, and you might sift through this many years from now and then discover, okay, this is actually what it is. But see, for three people or four to know this on YouTube's as a hissis or whatever, that's not everybody. There will be many people on YouTube's who say the complete opposite, and they'll be saying April 5th, 2011. They'll be saying that all day, but then you'll know, okay, this is what it actually is. Unless you actually think that I'm the devil, even when you have known me for many years on YouTube's as someone who's honest with the information, gives visions, it has a small time channel just doing the phone, and I had an iPad before. The iPad got taken away from me. That was Brock the Rock. I had many trippy videos on that, and now I just do these visions with the scrolls, or the, however you want to call it, the notebooks. And so now I'm starting to sound like the flood. See, I can't shat. If it's up, then it's stuck. That's what's going on. So I'm gonna get off here, because if I say too much, then you'll think I'm the betrayer. And thank you. Have a good night.